Okay, we've got a tree removal we're going to do here in our driveway. Back here you see we've got a really nice large pecan. It's about 16 inches. It's a good tree. The only problem it has, if you look up, we do have a tight branch angle up there, and at some point in the future that will probably tear off in a storm, but it's not going to fall on anything and hurt anything. But it's just not quite a perfect tree. It's a very good tree. Well, one of its offspring is this little tree right here. Looks good down here, but if you look up this tree, you'll see it's running into a shingle oak and another cedar tree. And this shingle oak, we figure, is probably good for another 15 or 20 years. We don't have any plans to get rid of it, and it appears to be healthy. It's leaning away from the house. Prevailing wind would carry it over away from the house if it fell in a storm. So we're hanging on to that tree. This little pecan is in the way, so it's going to go. And like with any tree, when you cut it down, you make a plan. And we have to look at, of course, we don't have any wires. Look at danger first. What can we hurt with that tree? It cannot reach the house. It's not going to damage anything. It's going to fall in the drive. So we need to figure out where we're going to put the hinge. I'm going to drop it right straight across the driveway. If you look at the top, you can see the weight on the top is all this way, and it leans this way. So it wants to fall in the driveway. And I can lean it kind of straight out here, and there's no side lean. So what we're going to do is make our cuts here to drop it, make a high stump, because the height of the stump does not matter on a tree. You're just going to turn into firewood. And then we'll cut the stump down later. That way you can see the cuts. And we'll just make a face cut, and then I'm going to make a back cut and stop at my hinge. No need to do any bore cutting. It's not got an excessive amount of lean, just enough. So we're just going to make aiming cut, complete the open face, cut from the back. I may have to give it a little encouragement to go over, but it'll be a real quick, easy cut. And if you look at your open face cut, what's really important on these is to have those two sides meet. You don't want one cut going past the other. If you make this cut down too low, you can cause the tree to split as it starts over. If we cut this one back too far, you've taken out part of the hinge. If you make this cut too deep, what can happen is as the tree starts to move, that closes up and tries to stop the tree, and at that point a tree like a pecan will split. Pecans are real prone to splitting. Not too important on a little one like this, but on a big one it can be very important. So try to make those meet. Okay, now we're just going to do a cut from the back. There we go. Okay, now we just need to do cleanup. We've got to cut this up in firewood chunks, get the branches out, and we'll cut the stump off at the ground so it's not in the way. And Anyway, that was a real easy job.